everybody.
You get signal this time?
I did.
Good.
I did. And welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It is indeed 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Thursday here at Bar Run Forge with Troy and Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had rain.
We have had rain. Glorious thing.
I think it was the first accumulation of rain, any measurable rain in like 60 days. So,
yeah, man.
Very, very welcome. Very welcome. And so it's also kind of forced me to get into the shop and do some stuff. Working in that shop. We got to get ready for next weekend. Going to Quad State Saturday. It's going to be great.
Quad State. Who's going to be there?
All right. Yep. Check in. Who's going to Quad State? I know one person on here that is for sure. Mr. Roger Caldwell. Shane, are you making it up for that? So let's say hi to everybody. We got a pair of Jeffs, Mr. Killian and Mr. Woodring. He says sunny and 91. Mr. Bill Wheel. Kyle Jones. First rain in 4 weeks, he says. There's Roger Caldwell. There's Shane Hoofberg Forge. Shane Lalonde. Daniel Baca, D. Baca Maker, and Eric at Pumpkin Patch Forge and Ironworks. So welcome in, everybody, or welcome back to every single one of you, because all of you have been here before. And if you're lurking in the background, lurk no more.
Lurk.
Say hello to us. But yeah, let's talk about what's upcoming for us and what we got going on today for a project and projects upcoming and things upcoming. So yeah, I will tell you, those of you who have been here, the shop is that part, not this part. This part's very recognizable because it's a disaster. Herniated disc. Daggone it, Eric. Had landscaping done at, I'm guessing, house. I took away my Quad State. Oh, I had to cancel my trip this year. That's all right. Bobby at Dogbone. Howdy from a soggy North Georgia. There you go. That's good to hear. But you guys are are you guys in the path of the hurricane? But anyway. Yeah, for those of you who have been here, that part of the shop is just about unrecognizable right now. We're coming right along on it, which means once that is under control, then some of this stuff gets moved around, and that's really the big step right now. I know we haven't done any video of that. We've just been focusing on doing it and getting it done, and we'll show you all that stuff in a big kind of tour and reveal and all that kind of gobbledygook. And yeah, got a big package over there from Christ-Centered Ironworks. The fine folks over there, and Roy. Mr. Bobby, Robert Lonis, the Treadle Shed. Bobby's not coming in, unfortunately, but he's already making plans to be here in April for 25-25. Yep. And yeah, we've got some really cool plans for that, and we're hoping to get a group of you guys together to come up with some more plans for that and just kind of keep that rolling and moving forward. The gathering in April. Hope everybody can make it for that. And so we got Quad State Saturday. We've got the following weekend is in Metamora at Canal Days. The weekend after that, Eli will be in someplace in Indiana. What's the name of that place in Indiana? But anyway, they're having Chuck Wagon Festival, and Eli is able to do that. There's JT at Newt's Leather and Metal Smithing. Ah, buddy. Great to see you in here. You crazy hammerheads. Long time no chat. No doubt, man. Good to hear from you. What do you think the weather will be for Quad State? Should I bring waiters? Let's just take a look, shall we? The weather for whether or not Saturday. Yeah. How about a 93% chance of rain? 68 degrees. Rainfall about a half an inch. Let's look more specifically at Troy, Ohio for Saturday. Oh, it's only 91% and 70 degrees. About a quarter of an inch. So much better. So much better. You're jealous of my location as of right now? Well, we wish you were here as well, man. Not yet 50-mile-per-hour winds. Wow. 5 to 10 inches of rain. Well, we'll be praying for you guys for sure. Rain and iron do not mix. I'd say there'll be some inside work and inside watching done for Mr. Elijah and I. I'm not a big fan of just walking around in the rain. Although I did, when we got our good first rain here after so many days, I did just find myself walking back from the shop slowly in the rain. He says to make sure to stop by Atlas Knife and Tool Tent, as we will have the only railroad spikes that are of high enough carbon content to make a knife. All right. You hear that, Eli? There's Danimals. And then Danimals disappeared. Where did you go? 1080. Okay. That's really cool to confirm that, too. So how much Moxie did I buy? So I was in a Redneck truck stop. No, not truck stop. Redneck. How would you call Cracker Barrel? Like
the honky bucket.
The honky bucket. Sure, we go with that. Anyway, we were in Cracker Barrel in the deep south of Findlay, Ohio today, and I was looking at. I always like to go over to the sodas. They have all the different kinds of sodas there. And directly, one on top of the other, one shelf on top of the other, was a bottle of Moxie. It was on the bottom. And then right up above it was a bottle of Ale 8. So I had to send Kyle a picture of Moxie here in Ohio. Volunteers to swim out and put my chickens. Nope, I don't believe so. Don't believe so. Well, there's Danimals. He's back. So we do have a project. It's the project we were working on when we stopped a couple. What was last week? No, the week before.
Week before.
And it is a railroad spike door knocker. So we got the piece welded. We're welded in the center for the knocker. And so we're going to refine that a little bit, make a little bit more of a ball, and then do a flat all the way around it. And then we'll shape it up to insert it into there, which means I have to kind of taper that end down too. So, and then this will be the front, which means I got to heat this up and put our touch mark in there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the far. Kick that on. Eli, anything going on with you?
No, it's fixing our stream was like glitching.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we have those. We are working on the house. Got some insulation put up, getting ready to throw some drywall up in there, and maybe some shiplap.
Shiplap.
Got a little bit more insulation to throw up. So that's coming along.
Yep.
So Christmas in the new house, man. Hopefully Thanksgiving in the new house. That would be awesome.
We shall see.
Yeah. If only you had a ball swage. It's true. I don't think I do. It would be nice.
Would be good.
It would be nice.
We do have.
But I am using the switch block in the rounds. What's that?
We do have a ball swage. Like a spring fuller.
Yeah.
That with the ball.
Where is that?
Oh.
Well, I do.
Not big enough?
Not big enough. Not big enough.
Goody moot.
Womp, 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 womp.
Womp womp.
Goody moot.
Did you talk to him?
I did not.
Thomas, you can publicly shame him on this live stream because I have reminded him
He did.
multiple times to talk to you.
Eli can host Thanksgiving in the new house. Hey, there you go. Hello, Thomas. I'm not much of a mood to really care about anything. I really do. All that was work. Oh, man, oh man. Well, brother, we're praying for you. Lifting you up. Got a couple things to talk about a little bit later on.
It's Thomas's birthday.
What?
You gotta
And
sing
it's my
happy
bestest
birthday.
friend. It's my bestest friend Tracy's birthday. His son-in-law, Mr. Blake Croy. It's his birthday.
Yeah.
And Thomas's birthday.
Thomas's birthday.
We probably ought to sing some happy birthday to him, shouldn't we? All right, that one's not ready yet, so we'll sing it. All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Goody Moot.
Thomas.
Happy birthday to you. Many more. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Thomas. There's Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. Had a good live stream last night. Johnny and a couple other people. Good evening, he says. Good dude, man. Brian. All kinds of good dudes in here. We don't know if there's any dudettes or not because they aren't saying anything.
Nope.
What does what day work for me, Thomas? I didn't see.
You just give him a call after.
Okay. I don't actually want this completely round, so or ball shaped exactly. But to do that, you got to go square, octagon, round.
I think he just that's his meditation.
Yeah.
Square, octagon, round.
Round. If you don't know what we're talking about, go to Mr. PBS of Blacksmithing, the best there is, John Switzer. And when he talks about rounding something, he will tell you square, octagon, round. And we probably overemphasize the round a little bit too much. That is what it sounds like. What kind of tongs you making? I'm not making tongs. I'm making a door knocker for a railroad spike.
Making a mess. I'm also hungry for cookies.
Look at it here. Yeah, it's coming together.
It's what?
Come together. You play that bass line really well,
Thanks.
by the way.
Like one of the first I learned.
Square, octagon, wheat twist. Yeah. Cookies. Janice made Reese's filled cookies for your birthday, Thomas. Ugh.
It's some. How long has it been since you've had peanut butter?
And kept it
On
down?
purpose.
And kept it down?
Yeah, well, on purpose.
A little over 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little over 2 years.
Again.
Yep. Peanut butter, though, is probably longer than that.
What did I say?
Well, I thought at first it was just peanuts,
Uh-oh.
but peanut butter has been longer. Here it comes. Yep. All right, I pretty well have the shape I want, but I'm going to do a flat round around the whole thing.
Me too, Thomas.
What's that?
Hello, Matt.
Matthew, I'm still thinking about your question, buddy. I have not figured that one out. Because I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Box jaw tongs have always befuddled me.
Ah. Consider your bees fuddled.
My bees are fuddled. At least when it comes to box jaw tongs.
Ah. Hey, his bams are boozled.
Yeah. Yep.
Most of the time, his bams are boozled.
Consider my flabbers gasted. Just planishing. Let's see if that looks like what I was looking for. Otherwise, I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
U2 lead singer Bono. Al Sharpton. It's called Bono Bono.
Yeah.
They're all giddy about a shutdown. If you ever need a good laugh, I don't care what
Yes.
kind of mood you're in. If you ever
Yeah.
need a good laugh, there's a video for about a minute and a half long of Al Sharpton screw ups. And if it doesn't have you cackling, I don't know that you have a sense of humor, but it is absolutely hilarious.
Yep.
I need to find that video now. Put it in the chat. I am in by no means, way, shape, or form affiliated with that video, but it will give you a good laugh.
Yeah. 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 You probably want to hire him as your director of communications after
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think one of my favorites. I don't know. I don't think it's on that video, but he's talking about Trump, and he goes, "Mr. President, show some RESPICT."
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Newts.
All right. I think that's pretty close to what I want. Yeah, that's pretty close. Eli, I'm going to have to do some filing.
Time for commercial. Say when. Be prepared. Be prepared at Chipotle. Yeah, that's a good one, Bobby.
Yep, go ahead. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It's Troy, and today's video sponsor is...
Have you ever had a stair crumbled up, torn apart, shiny forge weld, and wondered whether you should have had neutral flame or an oxidizing heat while searching for your favorite toilet spoon to pour on some white powdered crystal metal glue? Well, that's what it's like when you don't have Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux. When you grab a hold of a box of Christ-Centered Ironworks brand flux, you feel like you've put the power of Hephaestus in the palm of your hand. And now you may even muster up the gumption to forge scrollwork without even using a hammer. So pick up a box of Christ-centered Ironworks brand Flux today before you fall into a state of utter chaos that'll have you questioning your very existence. Flux.
Christ-centered Ironworks brand Flux is not a registered trademark and is not available in 49 of the 50 states, especially in that state up north. Buy yours now for just 12 easy payments of $29.95, payable only in quarters.
Caution, Christ-centered Ironworks brand Flux may cause severe irritation to Roy Adams. Please avoid using the words Christ-centered Ironworks brand Flux around Roy. Do not use Christ-centered Ironworks brand Flux in the vicinity of Roy Adams, or he will be forced to tackle you to the ground and bludgeon you. Avoid saying the phrase flux, flux, flux. It will only anger Roy Adams and throw him into fits of temper and force him into a Roy rant, and no one wants that. Christ-centered Ironworks brand Flux may cause eye irritation, runny nose, skin lesions, bad hair days, poorly fitting fire chaps, rheumatiz, slicing golf shots, uneven tire wear, pixies to appear, rickets, hammer toe, volatile screaming fits, unusual beard growth, ingrown toenails, silly songs with Larry, a mess, a giggling Jessica, and definitely not better Forge Weld. Please use responsibly.
Christ-centered Ironworks brand Flux.
I put that
Flux.
on everything.
Okay. Are we back?
Guess who's back? Scooby Dooby
Okay,
Doo.
so I want to do something before I do that.
Dooby Dooby Doo. Dooby Doo.
As my mom would say, I need to measure.
Dooby Doo. Dooby 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 Doo. I had that realization while we were listening to that commercial.
Yeah.
You could sing Scooby Doo to that guitar
Yep.
beat. Dooby Dooby Doo.
5 3/4.
Dooby Doo.
And
Dooby dooby
a
dooby
little
dooby
longer
doo.
one way than the other.
Dooby Dooby Doo. See? Works great. Tums. Tum. Tums. Not sponsored.
Yeah, that was just a little longer. Just a little longer.
What you doing?
Gonna cut it.
That's a coil steel.
I know, I was just marking it. Okay.
Okay. Warm. Another fan in here.
What do I say now?
Watch that. What you say, Sonny?
What do I say now? Stitching pony.
I think he said the sheriff is near. Some of you will get that reference.
I wish. No, I didn't want to see it because I knew they would have censored the heck out of the thing.
Don't know that.
I know. Blazing Saddles was in the theater the other day after we went and watched a movie. We very nearly just decided to stay and watch that. So, one of my favorites.
Song called one of my favorites. Got DE Mag.
Right there, man. Right there. Okay, check the other side.
Right on to the other side.
Yeah, we got to reduce that one down a little bit.
Got Money Pit Homestead. Hello, hello.
What'd you say?
Look at the chat.
I don't know. Is that Dana and Money Pit Homestead? I am struggling with words tonight.
Words are hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wondering if your house got fixed up from the car that hit it? Good golly.
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and stop that for a second.
Stop.
Collaborate and listen. And I'm going to put our touch mark on this here railroad spike.
Railroad.
Railroad. Railroad. Reverend.
Let's do a cat back.
Anything going on in the chat that I should be made aware of?
Bobby, yes, I did see that just come through. I will take a look at it.
Cool.
You see Sam Towns made a inch horseshoe?
A 1 inch.
Horseshoe.
Like the whole thing is.
It's just 1 inch. Just
Wow.
he said, I finally broke down and did something I never would do. And then he made it an inch. Anybody doing a Bowie for his challenge? A Bowie knife?
B. Let's see how we got her set up here.
A Bowie build off? I have muffler problems.
All right. To the treadle hammer. bong. Perfecto.
Bing bong.
Okay, that's done. Now we can keep that hooked on there for a second. We can start bending the knocker. Now, how's to say it?
You got there.
It's painfully obvious that I didn't know how to say it.
Roger working on a candelabra. Got a question in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you in just a minute.
The anticipation. Too much.
Started a long time ago
Long, long time ago.
in a galaxy far away.
Naboo was under attack. Maybe cutting them a little slack.
Okay, I'll go ahead and
Oh, sorry.
talk about it. Okay, to answer your question, what got me started, if you're asking me,
Hey, don't get me started.
don't get me
Hey,
started.
come on. Hey.
Which reminds me of a
Holy.
joke. Anyway, well, two things. When I was a kid, I went to a place called Mabry Mill, and there was a blacksmith there by the name of Festus. That was his real God-given name. And Festus worked in this very old, very original blacksmith shop, and I was enamored with it. I absolutely loved it. And I would sit there for the hours, just forever. And I always wanted to do that. Life happened, world happened, and I never really got the chance to do it. And then in 2019, I was down at the Ohio Valley Antique Machinery Show in Georgetown, Ohio, which they have a blacksmith shop there. So I watched this guy inside the window there doing some blacksmithing. And I said, "Hey, can I see what you're doing?" He's like, "Sure, come on in." There was a folding chair sitting next to the anvil, and I watched him for a little bit. About 5 minutes later, he says, "Well, you going to swing the hammer or not?" Yeah, so I picked up the hammer. He showed me a few things. I fell in love with it. At that point, I was had. He didn't expect me to come back the next day. Came back the next day. And came back the next day. Loved it even more. About 4 weeks later, I bought my forge. And then I went to Quad State the next month in September. It was August of 2019. Quad State in September.
You remember?
And bought Hazel over there, and basically moved the forge in here and started at it, man, and haven't looked back. It's just been such a absolute blessing for me, and then to have Eli come along and join in just added to that blessing. Is there a video on that?
Why, it's almost like I had it up on the chat.
That will tell the whole story.
Whole truth. Nothing but the truth.
The Doyles are holding up white weld. That Doyle over there is our travel anvil, and I'm very happy with it.
So happy. In fact, we bought 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
Not for us entirely, but mainly for us. Just for
Kind
us
of
at a different
halfway
place.
directly,
Yeah.
not quite indirectly, but
It's us just at a different place.
so I'm using the bending jig to kind of sneak up on that curve.
I call that jig George.
That jig,
Yeah.
George W.
W.
Sneaky.
We have a little cord that makes a little W. I call it George.
It's one of the coolest, simplest jigs, man.
Handy. Hey man, fool me once, shame on twice. Fool you 3 times, shame once. There you go.
That's W.
Oh, George.
And it's just simply a piece of coil spring made in a W. One side is a little bit wider than the other, and that's it. You just put it down in the vise, and pretty handy little bending jig.
Nothing to it, really.
Nothing to it, really.
Look
I
at
haven't
that,
heard from that
friends.
guy in a while.
Look at that, friends. I would imagine they sold a bunch.
How many Doyle angles did they sell when they had their big? I don't know. They only keep about 1 or 2 over at our store, so.
Yeah.
But we did pick them up. They were down to what, 99?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was like $99. Yeah.
99 problems, but an anvil ain't one. Yep. 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 Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
What?
Don't knock it till you try it. But
So what I'm going to try to do is get that arc pretty close. I've got the spike in its tongs already. Try to get it pretty close, bring it over the anvil, set it down, and just kind of knock it, get it hot enough, knock it into place, and be done with it.
You knock it into place. Knock the knocker into place.
Yep.
There you go.
You heard me.
That's a fancy schmancy cup holder you got over there.
Huh?
Ah,
Ain't it though?
even the right color green.
That's right. Burning leather smell.
Burning
Yeah,
August.
pretty much. Poor Naga. Those poor Nagas. Close to be
Hello,
done
Will.
here. Who dat? It's Will.
Yep.
Or as we were talking about, if you're in Eastern Kentucky, his name is Wheel.
Wheel.
Not the things that go on your car. Those are wheels.
Wheels. Your tars. Change your
Yeah.
tars and your wheels.
Half Naga, half rubber mallet on a refractory hammer.
His father smelt of elderberries.
Not quite yet. Yeah, I will. What's that? Right.
Whereabouts in Kentucky?
Woo. Well, now, where in Kentucky? You should be able to tell pretty quickly if they're originally from Kentucky,
Yeah.
because they won't say a town unless it's. There's only two towns that people will say they're from in Kentucky.
Yeah.
What are they?
Lexington or Louisville?
Oh.
There you go.
Grayson County. We used to live in Grayson, in Carter County. Carter County.
Yeah, that's the other part. You gotta say it. County is Kenny.
Ah! Come on. We'll get there. We got it in there.
Pronounce Packle. You got it. Yeah, Jeff, I've been to London a few times.
All right, so it's in the slot now. Just a matter of centering the knocker on it.
Not sure who the Rouches are, but the Rouches lived in Kentucky. Gracie's got to get a tubby.
Tubby.
Always tubby.
I was going to say, Troy does a tubby all the time.
One. Pardon.
That's all right. Bill, that's certainly not the worst our name has been spelled
That's true.
or pronounced. I think the funniest one I ever got was Tony K. Bausch.
Tony K. Bausch.
Yep. All right. So that may take some heating up and
Fiddly bits.
fiddly bits. And maybe even a fair amount of oil.
Oh,
I'll show you the kind of basic. It's not shaped perfectly yet, but that's, we got to move that over and shape that ring a little bit
down a
better.
little bit.
Huh?
There you go.
So yeah, that has to move over some and reshape that ring a little bit. And
I'm waiting for Matt to say it.
be in business. Crooked.
You put the knocker directly on our logo?
It's where it ended up. But I think what I'm going to do is squish it.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Force it.
Force. So anywho.
Huh?
I said anywho.
See it from here. Gosh. Nice knocker.
Does he have a copyright on Fiddly Bits? Likely. Likely.
Likely.
Some fiddling to do, yep. All right, what's our time?
7:30.
7:30. All right, let me do a little bit more here. Got some business to attend to.
Bits.
Yep.
Vice.
No, not yet. Came right out again.
I haven't seen a lot of them posting stuff either, but I also haven't been on YouTube that much lately. Jeff Woodring asked how you're going to loosen it up.
Probably with oil.
With oil?
It's actually pretty loose right now.
There you go. There you go. Slagger. Yeah, basically. Yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to like us. Was that Tommy Oaks?
Yeah, you don't have to like us. You just have to love us. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's centered up, but it's not real round. So I may have to do that later.
Knock knock.
Anywho, pretty close. We're getting there.
Knock knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
So yeah, we'll get there. Nothing to it,
Very
really.
good one today. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Owls go.
Say it again.
Owls go.
How's go?
Yes, they do.
How's go? So the joke reminded me of, we were talking about starting something. Don't get me started. So this guy, he's had a long day at work. He goes to this really fancy restaurant, and sign says jacket and tie required. So he goes up to the to the maitre d' and he says, "Hey, I'd really like to go in and get a meal, sir. I'm sorry. You see the sign says jacket and tie required." He said, "Come on, man. I've had a long day. I just want to get a good meal. Anything?" And the maitre d' says, "Wait, I think I've got a jacket that'll fit you." So he goes in the back. He gets a jacket. Fits him perfectly. Looks great on him. And so the guy says, "Cool. Can I go in now?" He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It says jacket and tie required. So you don't have any ties. You got jackets back there. You got no ties." "No, sir. I don't have anything. And I can't let you in without a tie." So the guy says, "Okay, hold on just a second." So he runs out to the car. He comes back in, and he's got jumper cables tied around his neck in a nice, pretty bow. And the maitre, and he goes, "Hey, what do you think?" Maitre d' says, "Man, I got to give you credit. That's creative. I appreciate it. Go on in, but don't start anything." Jumper cables. There you go. It is 7:30. I'm not going to start another project,
36.
and I'm not. I may have to fiddle with that with a torch.
Fiddly bit.
Some very precise heat on that, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a nice little door knocker. But there you go. It's really kind of proof of concept too.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out how to maybe that would be something we could make on a fairly regular basis.
Or potentially a show that we have in a week.
Right.
We really are behind on production for.
Way behind. Way.
Guess what Papa's going to be doing this week?
Yeah. I believe the work on the shop will probably slow down a great deal. I'd say the work in the shop will increase.
Got a lot of ornaments to do.
I'd say you probably ought to just pull a chair up to that treadle hammer.
Yeah. That's what I did last year. I think
Yeah.
you were gone for like a day or so, and I literally sat at the anvil with just cross beans, ball peens, and just ting, 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 ting.
You've got a couple texture dies now too.
Yeah.
So you could really.
Hopefully be able to knock it out a little easier.
Yeah. Yeah, dad knee already. That's exactly it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's going to be something we can do again as far as another thing. I kind of screwed up that it is coil spring, and I probably should not. I just grabbed what was in the bucket, and it turned out to be coil spring. So, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, giant ads. I would love to have a giant ads.
That'd be a good thing.
Yeah,
Got
for all the
small one.
woodworking.
Small ads.
A small one. I have a small one. Yeah.
Get you for Christmas, didn't it?
Yeah.
Father's Day.
All kinds of cool stuff
Yeah.
for the green woodworking shop.
Yeah.
That is going to be amazing.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. So, guys, we do have. I wanted to wait till everybody was in here. We do have a community need that I need to let you know about. Our dear friend got a hold of us, and he's probably gotten a hold of a couple other you too, possibly. And he's in a bit of a bind. It is our dear friend, Mr. Daniel Baca, D. Baca Maker, and Daniel. Just to break it down as simple as possible, Daniel needs a place to live and to put his tools. And he's got a little bit of time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, sometime before Thanksgiving. Daniel currently lives, if I'm not mistaken, around Temecula, California. I hope I said that right. Actually, I don't care. I think it's Temecula. Anyway, that's about approximately where he lives. So originally, if anybody is in that area or anywhere near that area and could help him out, he needs to get out by Thanksgiving. So we need to help him, and he's our dear friend. He's been in here. He's one of our loyal supporters and contributors here. Does a great job with everything that he does, and I want to help him. I want to help him a lot. I've encouraged him to come to Ohio. I said, get out of that state, come to Ohio. We'd love to have, we've had a list of people we wish we could meet.
Yeah.
And they're right there beside each other on the chat.
Yeah.
Daniel Baca and Will. Those are two dudes, man, I wish I could spend some time with. So, if you want to reach out to Daniel to see if there's a possible way to help him, maybe in the short term, I'm going to talk more to Daniel. Daniel, you got it here. You're here with us. If you want to add anything to this conversation, you can. Feel free to. And as far as this conversation goes, I cleared it with Daniel to have the conversation with you guys, because I know you guys are a part of this family, this community, and you're great help. You're a great community. So, again, if you want to reach out to Daniel, please do. I am sincere in this, that if we can find a way to get him to Ohio, we can find him work and housing. Just about guaranteed. Housing, I don't think it'd be any problem finding him housing around here, even with tools.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a problem in this area. Yeah. So it is one of those things, too, where if you guys want to bond together and find a way to get him in a U-Haul truck and headed east.
Bound and down.
Eastbound and down. Load it up and truck it. If you guys want to facilitate that, you can get a hold of me, get a hold of Daniel, and we'll make it happen. We'll get him here. If you guys are willing to help out to get him this direction, we will find places for him to live and places for him to work. So, join together, community. Yeah. This is a great opportunity. We are, boy needs a plane ticket to Troy. We don't have a particular room here yet, but we've got a lot of friends in the real estate business in this area who know about rentals. We've got some friends that have rentals. And again, the market around here for renting and things like that, almost wide open. You can definitely find it in this area, and it's a whole lot cheaper than California, than the West Coast. That is for sure. And again, jobs are open around here. If you're looking for work, good place to come. Ohio's got jobs. In fact, I saw 3 today.
One of us happens to be in a recruiting department.
Correct. At a quite large corporation. So, yeah, you're going to need warm clothes. California to Ohio is a little bit different.
Yeah, say as long as you don't mind the cold snaps and subpar sports teams, you'll fit right in.
We're your place.
Yeah.
We're the place for you. So there you go. I'm going to lay that out there. Again, Daniel, if you want to add anything to that, if you guys want to get in contact with Daniel, get his contact info somehow, either through here. Daniel, if you want to put your email address out there or any other contact, go right ahead. Feel free to. Airport in Vandalia, not Troy. It's not far from Troy. And Troy.
Hey, you know what else isn't far from Troy?
Quad State.
Quad State.
There you go.
Buddy.
Happening this weekend. Mud or not.
Mud or
Who
not.
would have thought? 60 days without rain.
Now we're going to be in mud puddles.
Yeah.
Where our goulash is.
Wow. There you go. Kyle Jones says he's back. Does anybody else want a tubby? Sure. Bad time of the year, but I'll chip in what I can. Man, you guys are such a blessing. Yeah. There you go. Daniel put his email up there if you guys want to get in contact with him. Again, I'll coordinate through him as well, but best thing to do is go through him. That way there's no confusion as to what's going on. I know you guys can help out. I know you can. And I know you know people who can help out. And you guys are such a blessing. You're such a blessing to everybody. Us, just everybody involved. So yeah, again, Mr. Daniel Baca, D. Baca Maker, has a need, and it is housing, employment, and possibly transportation cross country, or at least part of the way across the country, if possible. So you guys get with Daniel. And again, this is not just a dire financial strait. This is just a situational thing that has happened to him, and I hate it. I hate it for him, but we can help. We can help out with this. We're such a wonderful community that this can happen, and it can happen in a hurry. So there you go. People are already asking. So there you go. If you guys have any other questions, get a hold of Daniel. Make sure you get that email address right there, and help out. If you don't know how to help out, get a hold of Daniel, get a hold of me, and we'll do the best we can to get his situation taken care of. All right? Okay. It's 7:46. 7:46. We are going to be at Quad State Saturday. We may throw up an Instagram or two of hanging around in the mud. Definitely be a frog tog kind of day.
Frog tog. Buddy.
And some boots.
Galoshes.
So, looking forward to that. Looking forward to next weekend in Metamora, Indiana. And just a great time there. Hopefully weather is good for that. Because that is one of two year makers for us.
Yep.
For the shop, next weekend is very big.
Yep.
Very big. So, guys, keep that in your prayers. If you pray for those kinds of things, please pray that we have a successful weekend and that the entire thing is successful. That community needs it as well. And then the following weekend might be a first annual event.
Yeah, I think so.
That we got invited to, but Eli is able to do. I can't do. And then if you guys are in the area the following weekend, in our area, I think that's like October 20-something, 23rd, something along that lines.
Yeah,
we're having a really cool cookout, camp out at our local church campground. Cornbread and beans and all kinds of fun stuff, man. Come to Ohio and hang out, have a great time with us. If not, come to Ohio anyway and come hang out with us, because it's a good time here. Good time. And if you know how to do drywall, come help Eli do drywall.
There you go.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Anything else, Eli?
Awesome.
I already dad need it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kick him out.
Okay.
Kick him out the door.
I will. I'll do it. Guys, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging in there with us on the railroad spike door knocker prototype. And we'll hopefully be able to make some more of these and have a better understanding about how to do them.
Yeah.
Then go from there. Maybe sell a few. Who knows?
Next week will potentially be just you and Truck doing a live stream from Brookville.
Yeah, I will. That's probably the case. I will probably be in Brookville, Indiana, since there's no service in Metamora.
Yeah.
I will probably be sitting in the parking lot of the local dairy bar doing a live stream.
I'll probably doing some last minute forging.
Correct. And I don't know. At that point, do I come home Thursday? I'm trying to remember. If I come home Thursday night, grab the camper, and then we go up Friday morning, put the camper up?
Not usually.
Go Thursday night with the camper?
I think so, yeah. I think
Okay.
normally you go up there, go ahead and set up, and then camper
Take
or
the
vice
camper
versa.
back.
Something like that. I don't know. You've been trying to do it.
Anyway, so yeah, it'll be 2 trips with the truck back and forth to do all that. And then Friday, Eli will hustle it to Metamora, Indiana following work.
No.
You going to take off?
I'm already off.
Okay, cool. So then we'll be up there Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Sunday.
And then we will take the enclosed trailer with all our stuff in it to the truck wagon thing. Come back, get the camper, and go home.
There you go.
So there you go. All right, we're going to kick them out the door. Guys, we appreciate you so much. What a blessing it is to be with you every week. Eli, give them the info, man.
Do the things, click the buttons. Those buttons. That one, and that one. Don't know how to find them? Google it. Doing great. Love y'all. Peace, love, and whatever Matt says.
What's the other thing they need to check out?
Oh, the website. www.barrunforge.com. BARRUNFORGE.com. Facebook, Instagram, sometimes TikTok, and not really Rumble. Am I forgetting?
Wow.
I'm losing my voice.
All right,
So
we'll see you guys.
I was trying to cover it, and you had to call me out.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Okay, bye.